a lot of this history is accurate, but it's perverted. So we must learn what happened, and a lot of these cultures leave it, but we have to read, and we have to teach each other. So let's finish up this video.
Buck Rodney, thank you so much. And
okay, so we're gonna go back to this.
This language had to be deciphered.
We're gonna prove that that this Hittite people is an old Mongoloid, Canaanite, Chamonite people, and this people group today is known as, their language is known as the Indo-European languages, and this one is the oldest known language of that language group. Alright, but they all come from one forefather, which is Ham, who we call Cham. And you can find that in the Greek Septuagint Bible, which tells you that the name of Ham isn't Ham, it is actually Cham. And this book for $50,000 says his name is Cham too. That's their forefather.
Linguist Bedřich Rosny was an expert in cuneiform and eager to tackle the mysterious Hittite language. Throughout 1915, Rosny worked tirelessly to crack the code. He deduced that Hittite displayed grammatical features typical of Indo-European languages such as English and German. One day, Rosny succeeded in isolating the word for bread. He made the assumption that a phrase containing the word bread had to have words for eat and drink as well. He then deciphered a complete sentence. Now you will eat bread. Further, you will drink water. Bedřich Rosny had not deciphered just any language. He had actually deciphered the oldest known Indo-European language.
Hittite is the language of the Indo-European language.
He had actually deciphered the oldest known Indo-European language. Bedřich Rosny had not deciphered just any language. He had actually deciphered the oldest known Indo-European language.
So when you hear all these Afrocentrics and all these people saying, oh, these Indians is just amalgamations of us full-bearded Negroes had sex and had these no-bearded Mongoloids. These people are old. These people are old. They've been here. That's why when they have sex with somebody, the son looks just like them, because their blood is strong. They're the Hittite people that had disappeared like the 10 tribes of Israel. They're in America as the Native Americans.
Hittite is the language of the Indo-European language family, for which we have the earliest.
And the Indo-European language family is the Emirates, which is what? The Arabs, the Germans, the Dutches, all of these people. Don't they have a lot of similarities? The only difference they have is their skin color. It's different color.
Records. The Indo-European family is that group of languages which is dominant in Europe today. Its oldest, otherwise oldest known members are Sanskrit, Latin, and Greek, and so forth. And
so Sanskrit, right? Isn't that Indian, right? Don't they look similar? They have stringy hair. They have similar phenotypes. Then you have the Arabian, you're saying, all of these different language groups, and they'll even tell you, I don't know if they're going to tell you, but the Japanese, the Korean, the Chinese, these are all the same Indo-European origins, Sanskrit.
It's represented today by the languages which most of us speak, English, French, and so on. Because it is so...
English, French, Latin. What are we ruled by? The Latin law, right?
Associated with the European continent, it was surprising to early scholars to discover a member of this group in Anatolia.
You hear this shit? Oh, it was surprising to hear a member of this group. This is an oldest group, meaning this is the forefathers of those groups who are newer or older brothers to those groups. You cannot say, well, this group 500 years ago is the parent group to this group 2,000 years ago.
Which they considered to be part of Asia.
Rosny's achievement paved the way for...
You see how they created a divide? Oh, they're part of Asia, the yellow and the brown man. That's our family. No, they're lower than us.
Experts to decipher more than 25,000 Hittite tablets and fragments unearthed in Hattusha and other cities. Among these were treaties, letters, rituals, laws, prayers, and many more that shed light on the Hittites and the ancient Near East. Names of cities, scribes, kings and queens emerged from the tablets.
So you cannot tell me that these people don't know that the Bible is real, that my history is real, that many of our histories are real, when these people's cultures and tablets have this information in it, and even have our names, our ancestors' names in it. So you know they know more than what they tell us.
Hittite men and women were finally ready to tell their own story after a silence of 3,000 years. In the 18th century BC, Anatolia was a land in chaos. Constant wars between the local city-states plunged the prosperous Bronze Age into a period of darkness. To survive, kingdoms had to become conquerors to avoid conquest by others. One group, known as the Hittites, were among the many caught in the turmoil. Along with the Hittites, another group inhabiting the region was a tribe of Indo-European speakers who probably arrived in Anatolia during the 3rd millennium BC. In the 17th century BC, this group conquered the Hittites, took their name and assimilated their culture. These were the Hittites.
The Hittites belonged to one of the tribes